India turned China's Fearsome PL15 missile into scrap. Hey race, why France and Japan want the pieces. Days after the Indian Air Force IAF publicly displayed the wreckage of a Chinese-origin PL-15 air-to-air missile fired by Pakistan, several global powers including the Five Eyes nations, along with France and Japan, have reportedly expressed interest in accessing parts of the missile for detailed examination. The PL-15 fragments were recovered from a field in Punjab's Hoshiarpur district on May 9. During a press briefing on May 12, IAF Air Marshal A.K. Bharti confirmed that Pakistan had employed advanced Chinese weaponry, including the PL-15 missile, in its strike against India. According to Bharti, the missile was launched from a Pakistani JF-17 fighter jet during the four-day aerial skirmish between the two countries after India launched Operation Sindoor, but was neutralized midair by India's electronic warfare units. The successful interception marks the first recorded instance of a PL-15 being defeated in combat. India's robust integrated air defense system, including the Russian-made S-400 and the indigenous Akash tier, successfully intercepted the incoming threats before they could strike. The defeat of a PL-15 missile by India sent shockwaves through global defense communities. The Five Eyes Alliance, comprising the United States, United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, and New Zealand, is an intelligence sharing network that collaborates on surveillance and electronic threat assessments. Their interest in the PL-15 debris underscores the global significance of understanding China's rapidly advancing missile technologies. The IAF showcased visuals of the intercepted missile debris during their press briefing earlier this month, along with wreckage from long-range rockets, loitering munitions, and various unmanned aerial systems. These included Turkish-origin YIHA and Songar drones, all of which were neutralized by the Indian Air Force. Countries like France and Japan, both heavily invested in advanced air-to-air missile systems, also reportedly expressed urgent interest in examining the wreckage. What they seek is not just metal debris, but secrets: the missile's radar signature, motor composition, guidance technology, and possibly even the elusive architecture of its AESA active electronically scanned array radar. Nanan first revealed nearly a decade ago, the PL-15 was China's answer to the increasingly outdated American AIM-120 AMRAAM. Designed for long-range engagement, it boasts a dual-pulse solid rocket motor and can reportedly reach speeds exceeding Mach 5, with a strike range stretching between 200 and 300 kilometers. Its AESA-guided seeker allows for autonomous tracking and targeting, even in electronically contested environments, making it, at least on paper, a nightmare for rival air forces. The PL-15 has been integrated into Chinese fighter jets including the J-10C, J-16, and stealthy J-20. Until now, the missile was shrouded in secrecy. It has never before been recovered from a live conflict, let alone largely undamaged. Didn't think I'd ever see a PL-15 AESA without going to a vault, lol, tweeted U.S. defense analyst John Ridge, referencing the sudden availability of sensitive Chinese technology for reverse engineering. For India, this recovery is more than a tactical victory, it's a strategic windfall. The debris, according to sources, may allow researchers from India and allied nations to decode the inner workings of the missile's propulsion and targeting systems, which have been closely guarded by China. Nanan Francis' eagerness stems from the fact that its Meteor missile, deployed on India's Rafale jets, is considered the PL-15's main competitor. With a ramjet propulsion system and a significant nose-cape zone, the Meteor has long been the benchmark for air dominance. However, the PL-15's longer range and AESA guidance have positioned it as a formidable rival. Japan, similarly, has been modernizing its air force in the face of growing Chinese assertiveness in the Indo-Pacific. Understanding the PL-15's capabilities would allow Japan to upgrade its own missile defense systems and develop countermeasures against future threats. Defense sources indicate that while the wreckage remains under India's control, data sharing with select allies is being considered under stringent bilateral protocols. Nanan China's PL-15's advent forced the United States to accelerate development of the AIM-260 Joint Advanced Tactical Missile JATM, which is currently undergoing trials and is expected to surpass the PL-15 in range and electronic resilience. In response, China is reportedly developing the PL-17, a next-generation missile featuring greater range, network-enabled targeting, and AI-guided navigation, signaling that the race for aerial supremacy is entering a new era driven not just by speed and range, but by information warfare. Nanan Operation Sindoor was a trial by fire, and India passed with flying colors. The Indian Air Force not only detected and tracked the PL-15 but successfully diverted it before it could strike a forward air base. The fact that a missile once deemed unbeatable was foiled by Indian systems suggests that the nation's electronic warfare and surveillance capabilities are more robust than previously assumed. Swipe left for next video. Yet defense analysts caution against complacency. The PL-15 is just the beginning, said retired Air Vice Marshal D.S. Dutta. China's defense collaboration with Pakistan is deepening, and more advanced systems are on the horizon. India must accelerate the development of indigenous missile systems and cutting-edge radar technology to maintain the edge, he explained. India's current air-to-air capability is anchored by the Meteor-equipped Rafales, but a prolonged conflict could strain existing inventories. Calls are growing louder within strategic circles for a domestic missile initiative capable of countering future threats like the PL-17, along with broader investment in integrated air defense. Latest blogs.